for sure. I can't say much, but yes, there's a lot of stuff. That's why we did that Renault.rethink to push. Hey, bro. We'll just casually talk. ऐसे ही on casual. Charcha.
Maybe we will have to edit a lot. But
You will have to edit a lot, but yeah.
Hi, I'm Chaitanya Rajwade and I work at Maruti Suzuki as a senior manager in design. And previously I've worked with Mahindra.
Yeah, hi, I'm Amar Kler. I'm working at Renault Design Center, Chennai, and I'm responsible for exterior design, interior design, and creative modeling, 3 units in design. And previously, I've also been working in Mahindra Design Studio India with obviously Chaitanya. So we were working together for around 8 to 9 years.
Yeah.
It's very long back.
If I talk about me, I always liked cars. So I used to sketch cars back in school as well, just any piece of paper that I would find. Which then further led me, you can study it specifically as a bachelor's course itself. But in India, it wasn't available back then. So I managed to apply at Coventry University and got through. So I did my bachelor's from there. And after that, I worked with Mahindra for a couple of years. Then I thought I should do a master's as well. So then I chose IED for my master's. And from then I came back, joined Mahindra again. Since then I've been in the automotive industry. So yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to open up all these products and I used to see what's happening inside. And I was a go-to kind of a guy where something isn't working at home, I would just open it up. And from there, I thought of product design, and my parents put me in. They thought, okay, that maybe product design is something which you're good at, because I used to sketch a lot, and I had some interest in products, so that's why I was doing this foundation in product design. From there, I got to know, there were books in the libraries of sketches and other things, and there were these car sketches which excited me a lot. They were showing what could happen in the future and very visionary concepts, and that's where I found interest in automotive design. And I read a book. It was Car Design Pro, I believe. It had a day in a life of a car designer, which had a week probably. I think it was a week, and what he did for every week, and every day was different, and that was exciting. And then I went to Coventry like Chaitanya, so I studied there. There was no looking back, and then I found out that that's the field that I want to do, and I was passionate about. Myths. Myths, I would say, sometimes people think it's a hype, and there's a lot of celebrity kind of a feeling as a car designer, which is not true. Day-to-day life, you are just working really, really hard, and that's probably, I would say, one of the myths that people feel. It's a very amazing field. People look up to a designer. He's a designer. He's a car designer. But then behind the scenes, there's a lot of hard work. And every day is different, and every day there are new challenges, and it's nothing like you've become a car designer, now you know how to do things. Every day there is something new. You are doing something or the other which is different, and with different challenges. So I would say that's one of the myths.
One of the biggest myths is people think that a car design is like a one person's design.
Oh yeah, sure.
I can guarantee you it's definitely not. There's a huge team and a huge amount of resources that all have to work at their 100% to make a car possible.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest myths, is that one person has designed one car or a product for that matter. I think it is definitely a team game. So I think that's one of the biggest myths in the industry.
Yeah.
It's a huge market. I think India has certain unique requirements. It's a different market to rest of the world.
Yeah.
So I think there are unique challenges to the market as well. So unique challenges brings unique opportunities for people to work on. I think it's a big overall it's a very big opportunity, and I think somebody or some company, if they are able to create the perfect product for these unique requirements, I think there is a huge amount of how do you say, there's a huge potential to make a lot of money
Yeah.
and affect a lot of people's lives as well. So I think that's overall mobility in India. I think we have really tapped a really small portion of it even today. So there's a huge scope for growth.
Yeah. I think going ahead, people think, India future. There's a lot of potential in Indian market, like what Chaitanya said, and I feel still other companies that are coming from outside still feel there's a lot of competition and it's hard to get into Indian market with having a lot of potential, which is weird. There's a lot of potential we say in Indian market, but still companies are facing a lot of challenges to sell their cars in India. So that is where I think it's really important to understand the Indian market. That is why it's really important also to have a design studio in India, to have a view from Indian perspective what is needed for India. And like what Chaitanya was saying, it's really unique. Indian market is very, very unique, and you need to have design in India to have a vision of what you have to do it in India. Just by looking it from outside, I would say it's hard to understand the Indian market. We both have worked on. I don't know. Okay, the memorable ones usually would be the ones you're working on right now, because the ones that are past, they are past. You would never go back and think about them, for sure. Because as a designer, we would never be happy with what we have done. We would want to do better. So the favorite ones would not be the ones we have completed, for sure. But we both worked on the XEV 9E together, and that time it was a concept stage at Mahindra. And definitely a lot of other guys and entire team was working on it. It wasn't just us two. We were just one part of it. When the car comes out, you realize, you're a very small part in the big automotive industry to get the car out. You just play a very small role. And everyone works really, really hard to put the car out there, including the top management and everyone. So I think XCV 90 was one that we worked with. Many others, but I think this was one of the recent ones.
Yeah.
You want to take NID?
NID is a really big name to begin with in the Indian automotive design industry, and you guys have a lot of facilities. So as far as how do you say, the environment for you guys to create something really new and radical, it's all there. I think it's up to the students how they can utilize this and bring out their max potential. So I would say NID as a school, I think you've got good professors to guide you, and all the facilities are there. So I think there are no excuses for students.
For me, NID is the first time I've been here to the Gandhinagar campus, although I have not been to the other campus as well. This is the first time I've actually come to NID. And I remember when I was studying, I wanted to apply for product design. In UG, I had applied to NID, I didn't get through. So there's a big name. Everyone competes for NID. And it has a huge name in the Indian industry as well. So it's nice to see the iconic place, and it's been nice interacting with all the students, seeing their work. We also get to learn a bit of fresh things from the students. We get to see the new perspective, the newer generation. Eventually, whatever we are doing, we are designing for you guys. We are designing for the generation you guys are in, or maybe the ones that is coming. So it's always good to have a connect and not get old. We have interns for sure, but we are completely into the work. We don't have enough time to chill out, to spend some time, see what do they like, what they don't like, where the newer generation is headed. That's why you were saying last when we were seeing their projects, a lot of you guys have taken the dystopian future, and we were a little worried about that. So it's always good to see what the newer generation is thinking. So I think that ways it was really nice.
It's not a one-way street, right? It's not us just interacting with students and students gaining something out of it, but it goes the other way as well. We I make sure, I try to come to these student interactions as much as possible. It's because I also, it's an opportunity for me to also gain something back. And uh, so every time, like we were discussing the other day, is why do many projects seem to be going in that dystopian direction? So that's something that I'm noticing recently, is
Yeah.
has the new generation lost hope on on the future of what we are going to do with this planet? But it's nice to understand what the younger generations are thinking, and it also does subconsciously help and affect the work that we are doing in present.
Looking back now, I feel that maybe they take dystopian just to break away from what everyone is doing. Maybe they want to disrupt.
Could
That
be a
could be one way of
disruption,
looking
yes.
at it. We just take out different things from what you guys are presenting.
Now we have better this.
Yeah. For me, I usually see the skills. It should be visually appealing. I just see visually appealing. That's the first thing that I see in a portfolio for sure.
I think for me, it is. It's not one particular thing, but there has to be something in a portfolio that makes it stand out. So it could be the way you are presenting it. It could be the way, like, your skills are good, or it could be just the idea of your project that is good. But something that makes me stop in my tracks and
Yeah.
understand, okay, I need to spend more time with this project, and then go back and look into it again.
I know.
So I wouldn't say it's one specific thing, but I think if you put it under a larger umbrella, I think it's something that makes it stand out. It could be anything, but if it's not ordinary, or if it's not what everyone else is doing, then it probably stands out.
Yeah, and in the studio day to day, we get to see a lot of sketches, and everyone is scrolling on Insta. These days everything is there on Insta. So what are you doing differently? That is what stands out for sure. I think it's the passion. The passion is something that you have to have, no matter what, because passion and patience. I would say patience runs out really fast in automotive industry. So patience is something that you need to have, and then passion, obviously, that will keep you going.
Along with passion, I think just a general sense of observation.
Yeah.
I think the more you're open to newer ideas, the more you're always open to see something that is
Yeah.
different. I think that definitely affects the way your work progresses over a period of time.
Yeah.
But that openness should not change. I think when you begin in the automotive industry, I think you are open, and then as you grow, it kind of, I feel like it kind of somewhere it starts reducing. But I think we need to actively kind of keep ourselves open and just be observant of what is happening everywhere around. I think Maruti, I don't know, all I can say is we are expanding quite a lot. So the focus of the company is definitely the Indian market, and we are going to be, I think right now we are the leaders, and I think we are preparing to fight it out to stay the leaders. I think that's what I would say is happening in Maruti. I can't further delve into any further details, unfortunately. But yeah.
It's a really confidential field for sure. And as far as Renault Design Center Chennai is concerned, we have recently shown what we are thinking, which is the Renault.rethink sculpture that we showed. And it just shows where we want to go. We want to design in India, as that sculpture was designed in India. And then we did everything from start, from sketching till generating the ideas, then doing the cast modeling of it, then looking at it in foam model, and then actually getting the real thing there to show a vision what we want to do in India. We want to break the mold. We want to design in India, and there is a potential of designing cars in India for India, and that is something that Renault Design Center is doing.
If you ask me, I would say just be yourself. Two things. I think one is if you try to mold yourself as per somebody else's wishes, you will be having conflict within yourself, and that will show onto your work as well.
Yeah.
And everywhere for that matter. and don't be afraid to express your point of views. It's a balance, or maybe you can be both at the same time. So you can express your point of view, but also be open to taking advice from others, or the counter argument that somebody would put up, which will lead to your growth overall.
Yeah.
I think just being expressive and sticking to your own point is also not the right way. But suppressing yourself is also not something that I would advise.
So, non-professional advice from my side would be enjoy your time, your college
Yes.
life. It never comes back, and you will always miss your friends, and they are friends for life. So, learn from each other and enjoy your life in college. For sure. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey.
Yeah.
Thank
You tell everybody 11:30.
you.
Yeah.